trying to explain how the sine and cosine ratios of x are never greater than 1, and I just didn't understand really that question.
That's an awesome question, and it's actually kind of a fun and easy one to answer. So here's what I will do. I will set up a random triangle here. Let's call this theta. I wonder, that's fine. So if this is theta, this is my opposite side, right? This is my adjacent side. This is my hypotenuse. Let's just make up some random numbers here. Let's call it a 3, 4, 5 triangle. How's that sound? So 3, 4, 5. What would the sine of theta be in this particular case? I'll put this guy up here as a reminder. What would sine opposite over hypotenuse be for this triangle?
It'd be 4 over 5, I think.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Which is less than 1, right? And we know cosine would be 3 over 5, right?
Yeah.
Cosine. Now, the thing you know about this triangle is these were just random values that we gave it. But no matter what values we gave it, the hypotenuse has to be the
longest side.
The longest side, the biggest number, right?
Yeah.
And the hypotenuse for cosine and sine always on the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Oh. And that's cool. You get into an interesting thing with the domain in sine and cosine that you never get sine and cosine values that are bigger than 1. So if you ever do second sine or second cosine, meaning the inverse sine or cosine, and you try to take the inverse sine or cosine of something bigger than 1, your calculator gets all upset with you because you can't do that.
Yeah.
Now tangent's a whole nother story, right? If I took the tangent of theta, it would be 4 over 3. The tangent has a whole different kind of domain. In other words, the possible values of tangent are much different from sine and cosine.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
Cool. Sorry, I get all geeked up about sine, cosine, and tangent because there's all sorts of fun algebra and stuff that follows. But hopefully that answers your question, Lee.
Yeah, for sure.
Fabulous. Any other questions I can address? Anything like with the end of the year or what we're learning?
So when's the next test?
So I'm thinking that, you know, in light of this year and how it's going, I'm going to try to simplify things as much as possible for you guys and try to tackle at the most one new skill per week, okay?
Okay.
So next week, I'm going to show you guys, I didn't think I would show you, but I think you guys will be able to handle it. I'm going to show you guys how to use the law of sines, which sounds more complicated than it is, probably similar to this stuff. Hopefully you guys aren't finding this that complicated, even though trigonometry sounds like a kind of a scary branch of math. But the law of sines essentially allows you to use trigonometry on triangles that are not right triangles, okay? So what that means is next week we'll be doing a little bit of law of sines. The following week after that, we will review our trigonometry. the week after that, I'll probably send you guys a test on Monday and say, send me back the test in a week. And then at that point, we'll be studying for the final, boys.
Okay.
Normally, there's a slew of other things we try to do at this point of the year, but didn't happen, and it's cool. We'll survive. So, anything else I can help you guys with?
Is the test going to be on paper or on Pearson courses?
Good question, man. I think I will probably have it. I'll probably send you one on paper that you will either print off, or if you don't have a printer, because a lot of people don't these days, I guess, you can just show your work on a separate sheet of paper and either take a photo of that or scan that into me or something. But
Okay.
now that you say that, though, gosh, easier to do it electronically. What would you guys prefer? Paper or on the computer?
I don't know. Either one works. Like, I think either one would be okay to do.
Yeah, either one works.
From a totally selfish standpoint, a lot easier to grade one that the computer grades. At the same time, it's so hard for me to understand what you guys know if you're just clicking on stuff and you could have a score where you get 2 out of 8, but you actually know a lot more than 25% of the material. So it'll probably be on paper, but haven't made up my mind yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you can show your work on paper. So, like, if you get the wrong answer, but you might have had the right process.
Yeah, so because I kind of need to have you show your work on paper, I'd probably just have the whole test be on paper anyways. Anything else I can help you guys with?
I think I'm good.
I don't know if you guys are close to either of the two fellas. So sad, guys. So there's tons of people in our community that are willing to offer support should you need it, or should you know that you've got some friends that are having a hard time with it. Reach out to them and let them know that there's people that are willing to talk.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I was a little bummed when I sat around for 5 or 10 minutes this morning and no one logged into my other one, but they'll be able to check this out and maybe it'll answer some of their questions. So nice job for bringing something up here.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. You guys reach out via email or whatever if you guys have any other questions or concerns, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank
Right
you.
on, boys. Take care and see you guys.
Yeah.